You are putting out the explanation as to how the Home Ministry is also examining the matter, because this could lead to an unprecedented constitutional crisis if the Aam Aadmi Party insists that Delhi Chief Minister will continue to, govern Delhi from jail.
Well, just not the Home Ministry, the Lieutenant Governor, all constitutional authorities are really trying to make sense of that decision of Aam Aadmi Party not to resign. There can't be such a precedent. It is unconstitutional. It is completely unacceptable, and that can't happen. He can't continue. If you are aware, he's also a government servant. He's a public servant. That has been ruled very clearly in the Supreme Court. And when a government official is arrested, he is immediately suspended. In this case, because he's a high constitutional authority, he's the chief minister of a union territory which has got statehood, technically he should put in his papers. But if he doesn't, and he doesn't oblige, then they will have to take some certain amount of action which will require his suspension. How they do it, that is anybody's guess at this present. They are examining this. Legal experts, constitutional authorities are all racking their brains at this present juncture because this will definitely create a constitutional crisis if he doesn't step down.
Yes, but Sunil, if you remember, as far as Manish Sisodia is concerned, he continued to hold that designation and portfolio of being the Deputy Chief Minister even when he was in jail. Only after a few months was he asked to quit, and then Atishi and others given that responsibility. The point here is that here is the Chief Minister without any portfolio. So in terms of constitutional crisis, what is it likely to be?
It's a huge crisis. The Chief Minister is the Chief Minister of a union territory. You can't replace that. You can't have him in jail. There is no precedent of this nature. It can't, carry on like this. There is no way that you will be able to, function in this manner. In Manish Sisodia's case, he was a Deputy Chief Minister without portfolio. But ultimately, one saw reason, and that is why Atishi was appointed. And we have seen a series of situations. Here is the Chief Minister. Please remember, this is a serious constitutional crisis. You can't have a Chief Minister in jail and carry on as business as usual. There are certain jail protocols, there are jail manuals. As I explained to you, a government servant, if any public official tomorrow is caught for corruption or is arrested for any other issue, he's immediately suspended from service. And in this same context, they will have to look at it, because you can't look and carry on with this entire exercise at this present juncture. Legal opinion is being sought, and definitely they are the Lieutenant Governor, the Home Ministry, every key official of the government is trying to understand how to take this forward if he refuses to resign.
Yes, and the kind of support that Arvind Kejriwal is getting, Sunil, from Trinamool Congress to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra of the Congress party, all of them coming out in his support, saying that this arrest is illegal, it's unconstitutional, and this has been done to really, lower the morale of opposition in the run-up to elections. It is timed with election. They're talking about all of that, and now we are told that the Congress team is reaching the Chief Minister's residence. Do you think it's a bit of a very difficult situation for the Congress party in particular, whether to come out openly in support or not to support him? Because the nature of allegations.
No, on this case, they come out completely in support, because for this is pure political vendetta for the Congress party. They have said this a number of times. They will continue to say it. They are quite firm on this issue. It's not Arvind Kejriwal alone. It's Hemant Soren. Please remember, they're working together to fight the BJP-led NDA, in particular the BJP in the state of Delhi, and that is why they have 4-3 in terms of numbers of MPs contesting, number of candidates in the state of Delhi. So they are very clear about it. On this issue, they are very firm. There is no two opinions about it. That if he has been arrested on this matter, they always said that this is political vendetta. But yes, they have a political point to take on the Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, because he was seen as Mr. Clean, not him. The RSS, the others supported him in the India Against Corruption when Anna Hazare and others, the entire nation at that time looked at him as the savior of the fight against corruption. It's ironical that today he's the same man who's being arrested for, by the Enforcement Directorate because of an alleged bribe that was given by the South Group.
Yes.
So it's in this context we'll have to wait and see. And the onus is now for him to prove, because in PMLA you'll have to really, it's the reverse.
Yes.
It's unlike in other criminal cases where the onus is on the investigating agency to prove. Here, the onus is on Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and others to prove their innocence.
Yes, and Sharad Pawar now coming out in support of Arvind Kejriwal and tweeting that he strongly condemns the vindictive misuse of central agencies. And I'm quoting him further. This arrest showcases the depth to which BJP will stoop for power. India, that is the India bloc, stands united against this unconstitutional action against Arvind Kejriwal. So strong support coming in from TMC to NCP to other political parties. Tejasvi Yadav and others, all of them are standing with Arvind Kejriwal here. What are you seeing again? Let me go back to Vedant. Sitaram Yechuri also condemning the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal. He's saying that he's the second sitting chief minister to be arrested of India bloc, but he is the first chief minister who has said that he will not be resigning. And Sunil, in case of Hemant Soren, he had resigned, and then only the arrest memo was issued and served to the former chief minister, right? And the entire legislature party meeting was also held, and his successor was also chosen. So this is a very difficult situation and a different one, because the jail manual also doesn't really have any provision of a chief minister to rule from jail.
Absolutely. No, the jail manual is very clear. You can't do that. It's simple and straight. You will not be able to perform your constitutional duties. You will follow Delhi jails come under the Punjab and prison rules. So it's very categorical about that. As in Hemant Soren's case, there was preemptive steps that were taken. They knew about this, not today. They knew this for a long time. The government had the opposition at that time had envisaged his arrest right from the time when there was an EC reference to him for disqualification. So it is not something that they weren't expecting immediately. So it's something that was long overdue, and so a lot of homework was done. In this case, here you haven't taken those needless steps to ensure that in case I'm arrested, the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs will congregate and then attempt to elect a new leader. So that steps haven't been taken. This is definitely a huge crisis for the government, for the constitutional authorities on how to deal with this matter. This has to be legally examined. As I said, the only precedent is that a government servant is suspended immediately. Can they suspend the chief minister? It's never been envisaged, it never ever happened, and that's the reason for why we have this huge constitutional crisis in case he doesn't step down.